Hello, everyone. My name is Talal, and welcome to Popcorn and Soda, the show where we discuss all things movies, pop culture, and so much more. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for making me a small part of your day. On today's show, we are going to be reviewing a brand new anime. Yes, you heard right. I know we talk about movies here on Popcorn and Soda, but there are times where we will be discussing TV shows and animes as well because those have a big influence on me and those are some of my favorite forms of media because I believe some stories are better off being told on a shorter format that is prolonged over many different episodes rather than just a finite hour and a half movie. And anime to me is something that I hold near and dear to my heart as some of the most important pieces of media I've ever watched that influenced me were anime. Things growing up, such as Dragon Ball Z, Yu Gi Oh!, Pokemon, those things till this day have a special place in my heart. So, what are we reviewing today? We are reviewing the latest anime to come out this January the 6th on Crunchyroll exclusively, Solo Leveling. This is the first anime I've seen, I would say, in the last 5, 6 months. It's been quite a while since I watched a full anime premiere and really sunk my teeth into it. So, what did I think of Solo Leveling? Well, I was intrigued. I will say that. I will say that the premiere of this series was. It caught me off guard a little in terms of the hook of the story and specifically the characters and the settings that are established. But I think that's a good thing because I really enjoyed it, and I think that it creates different layers to a story that I know looks like it's gonna unravel throughout the series here. So let's dive into it. What is Solo Leveling about? As most animes, it's about, a level of disbelief, and we're living in this world in which portals exist that allow monsters and demons to come in to Earth and ultimately harm the human race. And what has happened is to combat these portals and these monsters that come from these dungeons, there are hunters that are ranked from different categories as to which specific portal that they would target that if it ever gets opened. And it's super cool. I like the whole rating part of it because you know who the top dogs are, and then you know who the lower, lesser tier hunters are. And these hunters, their job is again to protect Earth, and it's to protect civilization and also to gather any resources that they can through these portals. So it follows the main character of Sung Jin Woo, who is the lowest of the low. It doesn't get lower than him, and he is going through a crisis. From what I gathered from watching the premiere, is in terms of he's struggling. He knows he is the bottom of the temple. He knows that he is largely going to be responsible for potentially getting someone killed, if not himself. And the story follows him and the internal struggle that he faces with this ranking of his. And that's one thing that I really enjoy about anime, more so than any other form of media, is it really tackles just everyday human just psyche and human emotions and feelings such as, depression, self-doubt, where characters see themselves in a larger scope of a universe. And I think that was done very well in the premiere, as Songi's just a character who wants to do his best. He wants to become a better hunter, but he realizes that anytime he does have to go into a portal with other hunters, he is always the odd man out and causing issues for everyone, whether he likes it or not. And that's one thing I really enjoyed about this episode, the premiere of the series, is it gave me vibes of other animes that I really enjoy, specifically One Punch Man. For whatever reason, it just One Punch Man popped into my head the second I watched this episode because it reminded me of Saitama and his story about depression, and just what it feels like to be in a world where power, strength, and a social rank is so important. So I really enjoyed that. So overall, you guys know me. I love talking about things that I enjoyed and things that I think that I wish maybe were tackled upon more. And with the series, the great thing is that they could, right? Movies, you watch it, it's finished. With the series, it builds on it. So again, I really like the character arc that was established in this world. But even more so, I really enjoyed the world building because I think that there is a really cool world in the story like this with the portals, with the demons, the monsters, the hunters, and everyone's rank as a hunter. So I think there's a lot more that meets the eye than what the premiere shows. And I think that's awesome because that is the job of a brand new series, a premiere, is to get that hook into the viewers. And I really was hooked watching this episode. And I'm curious and I'm excited to see what happens next because it's not just our main protagonist that we're introduced to. There is a whole band of characters surrounding him in which this world inhabits. And I'm curious to see what happens with some of their storylines as well. So overall, like if you're into anime, if you're into animes that really tackle social norms, human identity, I highly recommend checking out Solo Leveling, which again, as I mentioned, will be premiering on January 6th, exclusively on Crunchyroll. And I think you'll have a good time with it. Give it a shot if you're interested in it. And you'll see my reviews coming in as the series progresses, as this is something I will follow. And this is going to be something new we're going to be doing here on the channel this year. I want to expand much more than just movies. I know that's what we talk about. I know we focus on the podcasts, but I think that you are going to see quite a bit more anime this year, and I'm excited for it. The good friends over at Crunchyroll, they did send me the premiere ahead of time for me to watch, so big shout out to Team Crunchyroll Canada. And again, I encourage each and every one of you to go out and watch this show. And then I invite you right back to come on back here, comment below, and do share with me what you thought of episode number 1. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for making me a small part of your day. And that was my review of episode 1 of the brand new anime, Solo Leveling.